Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy New Year guys. I can't wait to have you guys back and I wish you a prosperous new year. Welcome to DVC Creations. So today I'm going to be taking you on the journey on how to make a bomber jacket. We are going to be needing our measuring tape, our tailor's chalk, this is 6.5, almost 6.5. So I have two here. The same, so that anything I want to make sure that you have the same elastic band. So I have two here. Then I have my material or the fabric that I'm going to be using to make this bomber jacket. And also I have my lining to couple it with. You can use any color of lining. And also you'll be needing your basic body measurements. I will drop all the things you need, all the measurements you need in the description box so that you will know which one to take while making your bomber jacket. Don't forget your pair of scissors. So guys, let's start with the tutorial. I folded my fabric into two. So I'm going to be using this side as a starting line. So I'm going to cut out this fabric label. So now the full length that I'm going to be using is 25 in length. So here is my 25 inches. Remember that we are going to add our elastic band to it, so making it to have extra length. Mine is going to have front pocket, but I'm fine. And remember that the front is going to have zipper also. So I'm going to mark out 1 inch at the front part. So here is my zipper allowance. So I'm going to, depending on what you want, mine is not going to have any shape. So I'm going to measure out my round shoulder, which is 7.5, but I'm going to make it to be 8.5. I'm going to make it to be 8.5. So my neck is going to be 3 by 3. So after marking your neckline, you have to curve it out. So my shoulder, I'm going to slant it by 1/2 inch. So for my armhole, I'm going to make my armhole to be 8 inches. So I'm going to curve it. I'm not going to come in and curve it. I'm going to curve it like how you curve your shirt without coming in by 1/2 inch. So I'm going to use this armhole as my bust line. My bust line is 38 divided by 4, 9.5. So I'm going to place my tape on my zipper allowance, then mark out 9.5, then add my 2 inches. For my hip, I'm going to use this as my hip measurement, the full length. So my hip is 40. 40 divided by 4 will give me 10. So I'm going to also place my tape on my zipper allowance and mark out 10. Then add my 2 inches in allowance. So I'm going to just curve a little bit. It's not necessarily that you curve, but it's not necessary that you curve sharp. So I'm going to cut it out. So perfect. I'm going to hide it in. Now the back is going to have a kind of high neck. So I will be going with half an inch. I'm going to be going with half an inch. Perfect. So I'm going to cut it out. So I have folded my sleeve into 4. So I'm going to take the measurements here. Here is 21.75. So I'm going to measure my armhole, which is 8. 8 plus 2 that I added, that's 10. So I'm going to mark my cap line, which is 4.5. So I'm going to go in by 3, and I'm going to go in by 3 also. So here I'll just mark out something like so. Perfect. And on this my sleeve line, this is my first 3, this is my second 3, a total of 6. So I curved here first, so I'm going to curve it back like so. Remember the sleeve allowance, so I'm going to do it like so. So that's how the sleeve is going to be. So I will measure here, which is 10. So I will make the sleeve to be 8 because I don't want the down sleeve to be much. So since it's 8, I'm going to connect it to our 10. So since I have cut everything out, I'm going to cut it out. And also I will have to cut out my lining. Like so. I'm going to also notch this other sleeve. So my cut out, I'm through with my cut out, and the next thing for me is to start sewing it. Whatever I need for this bomber jacket is now ready. I have my elastic band. I also have my sleeve. I have my back panel, both the interface and the main fabric. I also have my front panel, both the main fabric and also the interface, perfectly laid. So I also have my sleeve and also the interface. I also have my elastic extension, or whatsoever you may call it. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like and turn on the notification bell so that you will not miss out on any of my tutorials. So guys, so far so good. This is the whole thing. I have added my pockets, so I'm going to trim this off. Going to trim it off. I'm also going to trim this side off. So I'm going to add my cuff to the sleeve. So this is how the cuff look like. What I did at this cuff, after cutting it out, you know the most stretchy part. So once you know the stretchy part that you cut out, you can either notch or whatever to know the side that you will join together. Then I sewn it with a thread stitch up, so I will not have too much joining. So this is what I have, very neat and cute. So I did the same thing here. So I did. Right now what I will do is I'm going to turn this front, like so. So once I turn it front part, I'm going to repeat the same here because the wrong side will be facing each other. So I'm going to flip the sleeve, that's turn it the other way around because it's going to be inside. So I'm going to make sure that this seam allowance is facing the seam allowance on the fabric, like so, the middle parts. So this is how the bomber jackets will look like. Also remember to notch your cuff or your sleeve band. So this will have to face here, like so, and the other one, this have to face here, so that you can go around and have a perfect finish. I'm going to go to the sewing machine, finish up the sewing, then show you guys the final result of this.
Is now ready for use and also to wear. You can see the finishing is kind of super cute. You will not know where it ends, and it's kind of reversible if you want it to be. So this is the wrong side. So this is the right side. So I'm going to put this on to show you guys the final look on this.